Welcome to Career Watch, the series that brings you the latest information on high-demand jobs in South Florida. Whether you're a young adult ready for an exciting opportunity or someone already in the workforce looking for a change, you won't want to miss this. On today's show, we're charting a course in the marine industry. So stay tuned to Career Watch, because who knows where you'll take your career. Blue skies, open seas, beautiful weather. Boating is a way of life in South Florida. Not just for the owners of these magnificent vessels, but for the people who work in the marine industry here as well.
The marine industry is a great place to work because it really offers a wide range of opportunities no matter what your interest is. So if you are someone who likes to work in the outdoors, or if you like to work with people, or if you like to see very fine craftsmanship, there's something there in the marine industry for you.
As Director of Association Services at the Marine Industries Association of America, Gordon has his finger on the pulse of everything marine.
Well, the Marine Industries Association of South Florida has been around since 1961. We're a recreational marine trade association, and we have members that are marinas, boatyards, service companies, supply companies, provisioners, repair, refit of boats, from small boats where people go for day cruises to large mega yachts.
And all those boats mean lots of jobs.
There are close to 55,000 registered boats in Broward County, and the average size boat is less than 26 feet long. So with that being the basis, you can understand that boating is the lifestyle of South Florida, and really that's what we understand, and that's what we try to promote.
As you can probably imagine, the economic impact of the marine industry on South Florida is impressive.
The marine industry is an $18 billion industry in the state of Florida, and it's $10 billion in Broward County alone, and $13 billion across the Tri-County area. So the industry is very large in terms of its economic impact, in terms of the people who choose boating as a recreation. People enjoy the Intercoastal and the New River, and going offshore. People enjoy going down to the Keys or going over to Bahamas. Boating is part of South Florida by its natural geography and by the people coming here to enjoy the sun and the South Florida weather.
In fact, the number of people going to work each day in the marine industry here in Florida is staggering.
134,000 people are employed in the marine industry in Broward County, 162,000 in the Tri-County area. So you understand that's a lot of people who work in this industry and a lot of families who depend on the marine industry for their livelihood. That $10 billion economic impact and $13 billion economic impact is at this point in Broward County even larger than tourism. So the marine industry is part of South Florida, the economy, the lifestyle. The success of South Florida really depends on the success of the marine industry.
And because it's a service industry, the success of the marine industry depends on people. There are job openings across every area, especially in technical fields like engine repair and maintenance.
The marine industry has job opportunities for everyone. Pretty much whether or not you are looking to go to a technical school and learn how to be a diesel engine mechanic, or learn how to do finished carpentry and do woodwork, or if you're looking to be a boat repair or refinisher or a welder, there are opportunities there for you. And now if you're more business oriented and you like running a business, be it accounting or be it a manager, you can be anything from a marina manager or dock master to an accountant to a salesperson selling supplies and so on for boats. So really and truly, there are a wide cross section of jobs that you can pursue, whatever your interest might be.
And there's plenty of room for advancement.
There are folks who started as crew who might have been a deckhand or a dock boy or girl at a marina or on a yacht have worked through the years on boats. They've got experience. They may have come back on shore and worked in the marina as a marina manager, and then they may be, running their own marine consultancy business. So there are a lot of ways to get in, stay in, and really enjoy a career in the marine industry.
But what about earning power?
The average salary, which is higher than the state's average, is around $38,000 average salary in the marine industry. And it's possible to work your way, depending on the area you're in, up to a very well-paying position. There are people who are yacht designers and interior decorators and so on who are, earning $75,000 and $80,000 and over $100,000 in their career in the marine industry. It's a very well-paying career.
Up next, we'll meet the masters who'll show you what it's really like to work in this interesting field. You're watching Career Watch, the show that asks, where will you take your career?
Did you know? The world fleet of mega yachts has almost doubled since 1997. South Florida remains at the forefront of this growth. A mega yacht is defined as a yacht over 80 feet long. Meet the masters.
Working in the marine industry has many benefits. In addition to being lucrative, it's also a pleasant lifestyle. Many people who work here are boat owners themselves. Others are using the industry to travel for free and see the world. Job placement services like Crew Unlimited find jobs for people who want to work on yachts.
Crew Unlimited is an employment agency for the yachting industry. We place captains, mates, engineers, chefs, stewardesses, and deckhands aboard luxury yachts. This is a high-demand career because not too many people know that the industry even exists. They see the yachts, but they don't realize that it actually takes staff to maintain them and serve the guests that cruise aboard them. The best type of personality that would be suited for a job on board a yacht is somebody that's very flexible, very easygoing, and who enjoys being around other people, because you do live on board and you go with the boat everywhere the boat goes. The positions on board are for captain, who is the one who actually operates the vessel. He drives it from point A to point B. He does all the navigation on board. He's the liaison between the owner and the rest of the crew. The mate position is the right-hand person to the captain. He's the one who helps navigate, who plots the course on the charts, who also manages the deckhands and the subordinate junior crew. There's also the chef, who does all of the provisioning, all the purchasing of all the food on board, plans the menu with the owner and the owner's guests, and then prepares all of the meals. There's also the chief stewardess, who is the head of the interior department. She makes sure that all of the cleaning is done properly, that all of the laundry is done properly, and all of the food and beverage service is done properly. Then there are the junior staff, the stewardesses and the deckhands, and they're basically there to help support either the first mate or the chief stewardess in the service of the guests. Don't forget the engineer, the most highly in-demand position aboard. The engineer is the person who keeps it all running like clockwork. He's the one who takes care of the engines, the generators, the air conditioners, the refrigerators. Without the AC, no one's having a good time. So as the yachts get larger, the more crew you need to man them and to maintain them. The largest yachts are around 400 feet, and they would have anywhere from 25 to 35 crew members on board. Is the job glamorous? Absolutely. You are traveling all over the world. You can go to the Caribbean. Most boats do cruise the Caribbean in the wintertime. In the summer, they go to the Mediterranean, where the Cannes Film Festival and the Monaco Grand Prix are the two big events during the summer, or to the Newport area of Rhode Island, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, all over New England. The cruising pattern follows the warm weather, so when it's cold in the Northeast or in the Mediterranean, the boats all go south to the Caribbean. But some of the guests that you'll have on board are also very famous people. They can be sultans, princes, presidents, actresses, musicians. Anybody famous, anybody who has accumulated this type of wealth would be a guest on board a yacht, either in an owner capacity or on a charter guest capacity. The entry-level positions, which again are a stewardess and a deckhand, pay around $2,500 per month. All of your room and board are paid for, all of your expenses, all of your food. The only thing you're responsible for paying for are your entertainment outside of the boat, but everything else is covered by the boat. So entry level, you're making $30,000 and you're keeping 25 of it. From the very bottom at that, you can go up to making, I've seen captains making $15,000, $16,000 per month. And of course, getting to keep that same ratio of money because you don't have any expenses when you live on board.
Living on board is something cruise ship employees enjoy as well. Holland America is one of the ships that docks at Port Everglades, and they're always looking for good people to work on the ship.
I would say for a crew who choose sailing as a career that their life on board is very rewarding because they spend time with colleagues. It is a choice, I guess you would make, that may not be for everyone, but if you are of the type that likes to travel, adventurous, able to mingle with all types of nationalities, able to cooperate, and able to be away from home, I think it's an exciting adventure for those who choose that style.
Back on land, yacht brokers like Mike Acosta are needed to help people purchase the boat of their dreams.
There is potentially a tremendous amount of income to be made, but it's a sacrifice. You're talking to, so we work 7 days a week many times. Part of your vacation is always working or going out on a boat, but includes your family and whatever. It's a very enjoyable business, and the rewards are great.
With a price tag of almost $1.4 million, imagine what the commission would be on a boat like this. Today, Mike is working at the Miami Boat Show, and boat shows like this one are where boat ownership can begin for many people. In addition to salespeople, lots of workers are needed to help out at the shows. If you prefer working with your hands, you're in demand too. Consider a career as a prop maker or engine technician.
Yeah, we're all about the marine industry. All we do is repair and fix and sell boat propellers. We work on them and sell them from anything from little outboards up to 150, 160 foot mega yachts. We also are a machine shop where we do the hardware that goes along with the powertrain, the shafting and the couplings and struts, rudders, the steering gear. But primarily it's propellers. It's all about fixing the propellers, selling the propellers, modifying propellers, and that's pretty much all we do.
The engines are shipped to us as complete running engines. What we do here is package the engines with transmissions and accessories to meet the customer's specific needs. There's a tremendous need for marine technicians in South Florida, and we are constantly looking to bring on good, qualified, skilled employees, technicians.
Engine repair normally takes place in a shipyard like this one, but that's not all that goes on here. Shipyards are a great place to work if you like being outdoors in a pleasant waterfront environment. Here, boats are painted, repaired, refitted, and provisioned before heading back out to points beyond. Marinas like this one hire a lot of part-time seasonal workers, so it's a great place for students as well as retirees looking for something fun to do.
And we're at the beautiful Hollywood Marina here in Hollywood, Florida. Working in a marina it's a challenging position. You get different things thrown at you every day. We have environmental compliance issues, we have safety issues, we have boaters from different countries coming in. Sometimes they have problems with their boats. It's great. It's a cross between facility maintenance and hospitality. It's the best job I ever had. It's something different every day. It's really great. The boaters are great people. We have locals. We have people coming through from different countries. We have people jumping off to the Bahamas. It's a great situation.
I retired from being a children's librarian for over 13 years, and my first job in the industry was crewing on a 170-foot boat. And that took me across the Atlantic and over to Greece, and I decided that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, which is work in the industry. I crewed for about 2 years before moving to a land-based position. Worked for yacht brokers who sold charters on luxury yachts to people all over the world. And now I work for Knowles Mobile Marine, which is a company that does restoration and fabrication of both new boats and old boats. And I'm enjoying my work very much because I believe that every boat should have a very long life. So it's quite pleasing to me to be where I am today.
Here at Knowles Marine, we take on whatever projects the customer really wants us to work on. Our best clients are those that have a good vision and want to make lots of changes in their boats. We do renovations, refits, and custom manufacturing, different aspects of the boats and yachts that the client may have. We will do painting, we'll do fiberglass, we'll do painting the bottoms, we'll do interiors, we'll do whatever the customer wants to make them happy. As part of this industry is to make the clients happy.
Outside, they're working on adding a platform and other improvements to this vessel. Let's go take a look.
Welcome to Lauderdale Marine Center. I'm one of the contractors located at Lauderdale Marine Center. This is our project. We have cut it and did many things with it, such as a bow thruster right here. This is to move your boat from side to side when you come into a dock. Instead of using the engines in the back, it pushes the bow into the dock. Minor repairs here. Also, they had a few small, removed some through hulls, and we patched fiberglass there. It has to be done in and outside the boat. All your hatches are removed because the captain do not want to put the new hatches on the old paint, so when he puts them on now, it'll all go on new paint. Also, they came up with the platform being too heavy for the boat, which we took off and remanufactured another platform. This is a mold that was manufactured. We had to build a model first. After the model comes the mold. Then after the mold comes the piece. So that's what we're seeing up on the boat, the dashboard. This could run from $200,000 to $300,000 at finish. I love this job because every day there's something different. There's going to be some other silly questions that come up. And I will try and figure them out. I don't know all the answers, but time is the end of the day, the customer gets what he wants. That's the main thing, and all customers are different.
Coming up, let's find out how to prepare for a career in the marine industry. You're watching Career Watch, the show that asks, where will you take your career?
Did you know? Ships are often called she. Why? Theories abound. One is that it's because boats and ships are traditionally given female names. Another is that they were once dedicated to goddesses and other important women. It's ironic because there was a time long ago when women at sea were considered bad luck. Getting there.
Now that you know more about career opportunities in the marine industry, let's take a look at some of the training you might want to get along the way. One such resource is McFadder Technical Center.
We offer marine service technology, which involves fixing and repairing inboard and outboard engines, marine electrical systems, marine hydraulic systems. Welding is a big part of the marine service program because a lot of yachts are made out of metal, and a lot of things are fabricated from drawings using welding from aluminum. In addition to that, we have yacht and boat repair. From conversations with the marine industry in this area, we found out that one thing they want out of students is better employability skills. They want students that are going to show up reliably. And the interesting thing is, a lot of the companies are actually willing to provide additional training in-house over and above what we do. But they want the student that's reliable, that knows when they need to ask questions, knows how to find information if they don't know the answer, and of course is courteous.
Next door to McFadder's main building is the Admiral's Boys and Girls Club Marine Academy. Here, students learn more about working in a ship's galley, on the electrical system, and more.
Our main goal is just to really excite kids to the possibilities and what they might be able to do as a career. A lot of teenagers, a lot of young people aren't aware of the opportunities that the marine industry holds for them, especially here in South Florida. There's a multitude of opportunity, and our goal is just to introduce them to as many different facets of the marine industry as possible, and get them excited about where they want to go and goal setting.
Broward Community College now offers classes in marine technology also.
What the students can expect is training that has to do with a lot of hands-on on yachts, on boats, learning the different systems on the boat, whether it's air conditioning, electrical generation. We're seeing a lot more new technology going into these yachts. Folks are buying bigger and bigger yachts. There's great opportunity right now. The job market is just ready for the harvest. Anybody who has the skill to be on these yachts will be hired very easily. The pay is really good.
Rosa is using a computer-aided design program to study boat design through a correspondence school called the Westland Institute of Marine Technology. She works as an assistant at Knowles Marine, and this is how she plans on moving up.
It will take me about a year to complete part-time, and it will be involving the AutoCAD program, which will help me design boats. The course will actually cover design, fiberglass, manufacturing, and hull aspects of the boats. Design in a boat really is what it's all about. When you look at a boat, the first thing you notice is what it looks like. You look at how the hull is curved. You look at what it's made out of. We work on many types of boats here in our company. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, and the differences between all those materials really makes a difference in how you repair it. And there's different ways of working with it, and there's different applications for it, and that's really fascinating to me.
At crew training facilities like the American Yacht Institute, students learn the art of working on a private yacht, including fine dining service.
Here at American Yacht Institute, we train crew to work on private yachts and charter yachts. And it's mainly all the interior staff that we train, and also for new people coming into the industry. We're working for the richest people in the world, and we're working with really fine materials and items, actually, so we have to understand what's going on board the vessel. And just to even know, just for service, I mean, just to be able to serve people properly and take care of their fine linens and silks and fabrics and furniture, so it's really important. We're actually going to set the table for on board a vessel. First thing we need to know is what's the menu. So for the moment, we're going to set it up for Russian style. Actually, the way that you set up the plate is really, you have to set it from the inside out. So basically, it's backwards to how you're actually going to eat. And that oyster fork can be here, or it can actually be over here. For dessert, we're probably going to use these guys. Is wine glasses. Water glass goes over the main. And then there's something else we're missing, is the napkin fold. Turn it over, put this one in like this. Use it in a bread basket. You can use it under plates. You can use it under a vase. C'est tout, c'est fini. That's it, voila.
Vanessa knows all kinds of cool tricks. Watch this.
Okay, here's a little trick knot for you. It's called the flying bowline. It's specifically for tying up a smaller vessel to the dock and when you're in a hurry. So don't give the secret away.
Once more in instant replay. Wow. So if you're looking for excitement and glamour, if you like fixing things, or just being around the water, you could move full speed ahead in the marine industry. Up next, we'll look at what the future might hold for you, plus where to turn for more information. This is Career Watch, the show that asks, where will you take your career?
Did you know? Building a skilled workforce is vital to the marine industry, and the marine industry is vital to Florida. Taking the helm.
Well, as a former boat owner, I wish that I had the skills to be able to do my own repairs. I spent a small fortune in repairs. Absolutely. There's probably as many boats here in South Florida as there are cars. More boats, more jobs.
In this episode of Career Watch, we've taken a look at careers in the marine industry, and we've learned that there are plenty of them. One thing they all have in common is that they provide a great quality of life.
It's a fantastic career. It's a kind of a glamorous career, if you will. South Florida is pretty much the marine capital of North America, if not the world. And there's a tremendous demand for good, qualified, skilled marine employees.
it really allows you the opportunity to, have a passion for something and see the results and the value of what you're doing. People enjoying, the service you offer, or enjoying their recreation because of the services you offer and because of something you've been able to do to help them spend time as a family.
The one beautiful thing about boating is that it keeps your family unit together. And it really attracts the children, everybody back together, the family unit. That's a very interesting thing in today's time.
Boating is not something you usually do by yourself. You usually do it with friends and family. And even when you're working in the marine industry, there are few jobs that you're doing by yourself. You've got fellow professionals working with you.
On a personal level, what I like about this job is that I'm able to contribute to other people's livelihoods. I'm able to make a difference to them. Some of the crew members that I've met are not from any money at all and would never be able to afford to travel this way. Some of them don't have a college education even and have been able to succeed as a captain or as a chef or a chief engineer and have worked their way up. They've accomplished things in the yachting industry that they didn't think were possible, and nor did their families. They've actually accomplished a great deal by being exposed to the people in this industry and the camaraderie and the family community of the yachting industry. You don't know it until you're in it because you can't, it's sort of a niche, and without breaking in using a crew agency, it's hard to know what's on the other side of the door.
If you want to know what's on the other side of the door, start at the Marine Industries Association of America's website.
The Marine Industries Association website, MIASF.org, is a great resource for people who want to learn about boating, people who are interested in careers in the marine industry. Our website is an excellent resource. So I would encourage people to ask questions. We're in the schools, we are talking to guidance counselors, and we're sharing information with them about careers in the marine industry. And we're doing what we can, and we want to encourage people to, if they hear anything about it, pull that thread and it will unravel a great range of opportunities career-wise and lifestyle-wise in the marine industry.
This is a good place to begin your career, and I recommend it and invite you to come join us.
This is lifestyles in the rich and famous. You just don't have to be rich and famous to participate.
I'm going to tell you something my dad told me. He said, if you enjoy and you love what you do, you never have to go to work a day in your life.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Career Watch, the show that asks, where will you take your career? Please join us next time when we explore more exciting career opportunities that just may be waiting for you.
Did you know? Here are some employment resources.